Are you tired of hand grinding? Tired of waking up with sore forearms to grind lightly roasted beans down to an espresso fine grind? This is starting to sound a bit like an infomercial. Well, today I'm reviewing a product from Mad Cat Coffee called the Skope motorizer for the Comandante C40. Okay, so quick disclaimer, this was sent to me free of charge, but all thoughts and opinions are my own as always. Sometimes I also do giveaways for items that I receive for free over on my Patreon, so be sure to go check that out if you're interested. Alright, so first, I also apologize if I sound a little bit nasally as I am just coming out of a cold, and I am also testing a new audio method where I am using a little lav mic here instead of my usual podcasting mic. Alright, so this product did come with a little assembly needed, but honestly it only takes like a few minutes to get it set up and running. The entire unit is constructed with a mix of metal and high-quality 3D printed parts. It's surprisingly hefty at 2.8 kilos or just over 6 pounds, which makes sense given that it would need some stability to handle a hefty amount of torque from the motor. Now, speaking of the motor, it is operated with a simple switch at the top and it grinds at 180 RPM, which I'll get more into later. To attach your Comandante to the device itself, you just need to use the included bracket and rubber ring and follow the instructions on putting it on properly. So in terms of usability, it's quite simple. Just insert the Comandante straight up with the lines aligned and twist to lock. There, you can load your beans into the funnel, which can also swivel left or right, and just flip the switch. And that's really it. So let's quickly test this here. So to test this here, I'm going to grind 16 grams of medium roast beans at about 17 clicks on the Comandante. And there you go. So as you can tell, it's not super noisy, and that was relatively quick. I'll put the exact amount of time it took up here to grind through those beans. Once again, there was 16 grams of a medium roast and about 17 clicks on the Comandante, or roughly what you would use for something like a V60. Now, do note here that I actually have tried using a dosing cup instead to grind into, instead of using the Comandante chamber itself so that I wouldn't have to screw and unscrew it, but even after RDTing, it creates a huge mess, so don't do that. Okay, so what do I think about this? Well, this is honestly the perfect solution for automating your Comandante. If you want to remove your grinder, it's really easy to do. You simply just unscrew it, remove the little bracket, and you can throw the handle back on top and take it with you on the go. I actually did that recently on a trip to the Bahamas just last week. But no product is without its flaws. So there are a few things that I personally think this grinder could definitely benefit from. First, I would personally like to swap the use of 3D printed parts. This device isn't cheap at 400 Australian dollars or a little under 300 USD. It essentially doubles the price of the Comandante itself. And while I certainly understand the logistics of using 3D printing to quickly prototype and create products on the fly, it doesn't feel particularly premium to use plastic in a product as premiumly priced as this is. However, it does work well, the 3D printed quality is fantastic, and the heavy metal used elsewhere do compensate to add to that premium feel. I have nothing against the 3D printed parts, but at the price point it is at, it would have been nice to opt for an all-metal build quality. Secondly, I do wish that the cable could have been hidden just a little bit better, maybe plugged into the base instead of the top here, and even though it does come with a right angle connector which helps to streamline it downwards, it doesn't quite hide the cable. And third, the dosing funnel. Again, there's nothing wrong with it, but personally I wish it was front-facing, or as opposed to having it on the rear or side, just because I think it would have made a little bit more sense to dose the beans from the front. But aside from those minor nitpicks, this is an excellent product that does exactly what it's designed to do. But let's talk about one more aspect that I'm actually adding in here after seeing Lance Hedrick's video about this device, and that's RPM, or rotations per minute. First, I highly suggest you go and watch his video as he explains a lot of the design aspects and theory behind the RPM affecting your final cup, and some of the reasons why this has the RPM that it does. Now, Lance's version of the device actually came with a variable RPM adjustment, and the quick summary is that the device is designed to run at a safe RPM with the highest setting at 180 and 60 on the low end, and during the blind taste test he did mention he preferred the lower RPM grind. That being said, my version here is fixed at 180 RPM, but I've been enjoying my brews thoroughly. So take that for what you will, but definitely go check out Lance's video. And before you comment down below, I know you can use a drill to grind a Comandante with. But again, it's not safe for the grinder, and there's a reason why this one is capped at 180 RPM. Now look, yes, it's a very expensive solution for automating the Comandante C40, but on the other hand, the Comandante is known for almost being the industry standard of hand grinders, with lots of roasters and recipes relying on Comandante clicks as a measurement for bean grind sizes, from espresso to cold brew, and is even used in a lot of competitions. So in essence, what you are paying for is roughly $600 with the grinder, for a grinder that is both automated and excellent in quality with the option of it being portable. almost sounds like another product that has yet to be seen in the wild. So around the $600 mark, you can also get great grinders like the Eureka Mignon series, or even a niche at a little bit more money, but you lose the ability to make it portable. So until we see what the Arco has to offer and when it's finally out and about to compare, it's hard to find a high quality performing grinder that can both be automated at home in an elegant solution while also simultaneously being portable. At the end of the day, only you can decide for yourself if the added convenience is worth the hefty price point. So anyways, thanks for watching. Do like this video if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.